You're listening to the AstroMommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the AstroMommy community. Without further ado, here is the Daily Horoscope. Mercury trine Jupiter, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Daily horoscope for Monday and Tuesday, September 25th through the 26th, 2023. Good morning, friends. I do not have a headache today. Yay! I hope you all had a pleasant fall equinox weekend and are ready for the week ahead. I found several typos in the weekend forecasts. I am going to blame them on having a headache, but I actually love finding small typos because then I can share my favorite mug in the family Etsy shop, the Typos Happen mug. It is available in the shop in either white or black. A great gift for the writer that you know and love. A few reminders before we get into it. Please let me know if you'd like a card picked for you in the upcoming Fun and For You tarot card reading that I will be doing as a thank you to all of the AstroMommy Newsletter subscribers in the beginning of October. All you have to do is reply to this newsletter or the one titled, I've been thinking about you, or send me an email to astromommyastrology@gmail.com by September 30th, 2023. I'm so excited to do this reading for you guys. My plan is to use your Substack handle to identify each reading. But if you'd like your reading to be anonymous, please let me know when you send me your request and I can identify you with a unique number instead. You have to request a reading in order for me to pull a card for you. I'm not going to be pulling random cards for every sign or anything like that. It's going to be one card per person, so make sure you get your requests in before the end of the month. Also, check out the new referral program to earn rewards for sharing the newsletter. It really helps the community to grow and thrive. And if you missed it, the new moon word list for this month's lunar poetry ritual has been posted. If you'd like to participate this month and write a poem with us, due on the full moon in Aries this Friday, go ahead and check that out here. Okay, let's get into the astrology. All times are in Eastern Time unless mentioned otherwise. On Monday, the moon will be in Aquarius all day. The first bookend of Monday is Mercury in Virgo forming a trine to Jupiter in Taurus retrograde. This could be a very pleasant and auspicious transit for good communications, expansive conversations, and feeling in alignment with our broader goals. It's like all the little pieces of the puzzle finally coming together, and now we see the big picture. This transit also represents good judgment, positive thinking, and feeling interested in teaching or learning, i.e. expanding our knowledge base. At 1:45 p.m., the moon in Aquarius forms a semi-square to Neptune in Pisces, retrograde, indicating that there is some sort of ideal or creative output that we want to keep going, but there could be delays or setbacks that make the road ahead sticky. We may have to wait for things to line up better before we can proceed. Then at 7:48 p.m., the moon perfects a square to Jupiter in Taurus retrograde. So all those great conversations and positive thoughts with Mercury's trine to Jupiter will now manifest as actions. There's a huge focus on making our environment and circumstances match our grand vision with this transit. We may need to slow down and control ourselves a bit and not overextend our resources or our optimism, but ultimately this transit represents things moving forward positively. In the late evening, the final bookend to the day, the moon forms a quincunx to Mercury in Virgo. This is another sticky transit that means that what we are feeling is somehow out of sync with our logical thoughts. Didn't we already put the pieces of the puzzle together? Why don't we feel good about it then? This is a question that may come up and cause some discomfort, dis-ease, and doubt on Monday night. On Tuesday, the moon will be in Aquarius until the evening when she will ingress into Pisces at 8:18 p.m. We start off the day with the moon in a sesquiquadrate to the sun in Libra. This can create tension as we try to push things forward to get ahead of the game, but we are met with some pushback that leaves us sitting on our haunches, having to wait. Then the moon will sextile Chiron in Aries at 1:32 a.m., symbolizing thinking creatively and coming up with possible solutions to whatever our current issues are. There are opportunities to think outside of the box with this one and come up with some innovative ideas. Closely after that, at 3:12 a.m., the moon in Aquarius will trine Mars in Libra, which means we are able to take quick action on those solutions, and they could even involve other people, conversations, and collaboration. A bit later, at 4:47 a.m., the moon opposes Venus in Leo. Who are we individually? Which groups are we associated with? And where do our values fall on this spectrum? Are we doing the right thing for the collective? Are we doing the right thing for ourselves? This transit may bring up questions like these and represents feeling like we have reached a stalemate. We may feel like what is happening in our personal lives at home is at odds with our values, our relationships, or our finances in some way. We will have to make a decision as to how to handle this situation, and we'll need to think logically about what we decide. At 8:38 a.m., the moon squares Uranus in Taurus, and this is coming before Venus makes her third square to Uranus, which will happen on Friday. So I feel this may be a little heads up as to what that transit will be about, especially since the moon just had her opposition to Venus and now is squaring Uranus. It feels like this type of situation. You're at an ice cream shop and you have to make a decision as to which ice cream to get. Do you choose based on flavor, color, or price? Do you choose based on how hungry you are or your dietary restrictions? What values are you basing your decision on? And then, boom, it hits you, and you decide to not even get ice cream anymore and go for a sorbet because you just want to. You cast aside all your logic and go for the one that speaks to you through some instinctual, sensual level. So we could experience something like that. In the afternoon at 12:17 p.m., the moon makes positive aspects to the nodes, and we feel really good about choosing the sorbet. It is hitting the spot. In the evening on Tuesday, the moon ingresses into Pisces at 8:18 p.m. The moon in Pisces is emotional, dreamy, and intuitive. We could feel a little sentimental and melancholic as the moon approaches Saturn, and at 11 p.m., the moon in Pisces conjoins Saturn, bringing up serious feelings. Whenever the moon meets up with Saturn, we may feel isolated, alone, and sad. The moon and Saturn together in Pisces invite us to look at our limitations within our relationships and reminisce, dream, and wallow in it a bit. It's also an opportunity to reaffirm your faith in whatever belief system you choose to believe in. It's a reminder that connecting to the divine in whatever way you choose can be helpful and necessary to remember that this too shall pass. Let's move on to the card for the day. What is the guidance for today? 7, the Chariot. On this card, we see a charioteer sitting in her chariot, her winged animals grazing on the green grass. Behind the chariot is the tree of knowledge, laden with fruit, and arching in the sky is the goddess Nut with 13 stars, linking her to the moon's 13 lunar cycles and the transformative number 13. In the middle of her abdomen is the symbol of Cancer, the crab, offering psychic protection. First, 7 is the number associated with completion, accomplishment, mysticism, and faith in things that cannot be seen, but do exist. Also, the 7 traditional planets and the 7 notes of the musical scale. It is a number associated with rest and contemplation, i.e., we rest on the 7th day as well. The Chariot is about rest, contemplation, and spiritual reflection. A lot of times we take this card to mean movement and change, but in the traditional tarot, the charioteer is sitting in his chariot, just like in the art depicted here. The charioteer is ready to go somewhere, but she is not moving yet. The Chariot is at rest, so this card is about thinking about going somewhere. So as the card for the day, this represents that we are in a place of contemplation, possibly planning and or assessing our options. We are feeling motivated to do something, go somewhere, and take the next steps forward. Change and movement are front and center in our minds. This card can also symbolize having feelings of success, conquest, determination, and victory. In 7 days, weeks, or months, things may go through a very outward change. Let me know if this reading resonates with you in the comments. I hope this is helpful. Until Wednesday, AstroMommy. Thank you for reading or listening to the Daily Horoscope. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Motherpeace Round Tarot and book set available on Amazon. If you seek knowledge and enlightenment, the AstroMommy Newsletter may be right for you. Side effects of reading or listening to the AstroMommy Newsletter are common and include joy, jubilation, delight, happiness, gratitude, love, triumph, feeling in tune with the universe, experiencing deep insights, reflections, and contemplations, a lightened soul, a lighter step, feeling awake when others are asleep, illuminated, enlightened, having spiritual experiences, noticing repeating numbers, animals in nature, or songs on the radio that speak to you, getting vibes, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsmelliance, feeling like you know secret language, biophilia, crying tears of joy, emotional literacy, feeling lively, stable, exalted, having an auric glow, or feeling like you woke up on the right side of the bed have all been reported. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletters, I will make a very small commission. Thanks for listening.